And we're walking into. All right, go ahead.
My name is Gavin Elliott, and this is St. Werburgh's Church on Werburgh Street, near Dublin Castle. This is the porch of the church, which, as you can see, is much bigger and grander than it needs to be to support the tiny roof that it has. That's because originally the church had a bell tower. In fact, there were two towers. The last tower to be built would have been taller than St. Patrick's Cathedral when it was erected. Fortunately, the tower was taken down in 1801 after the United Irishmen's rising, because many members of the select vestry, many members of the congregation, and indeed the incumbent himself was either active participant in or sympathetic to the rising, and after that the church became a bit of a security risk for Dublin Castle and the tower had to be demolished. These are fire engines. This is the bigger one too, this is the smaller handheld version. These date from between 1704 and 1708 and were date from a time when the church had responsibility for a certain amount of civil administration within its parish boundaries. The provision of the fire service was one thing, the provision of a police service, the licensing of beggars, and other aspects of civil administration. The pumps are still in relatively good order. As you can see, the pumping mechanism still works to some extent. They remain within the church simply through happy chance more than anything, because they never left, and are the origin of parish pump politics. The parish pump was literally kept at the front of the church so that if there was a fire in the middle of the night, the church wardens, those who appointed to put out fires, would have to come into the church in order to get the pumps. So the parish pump was on the outside of the church, and that's where people would have congregated on Sunday morning, and where the local politicians, the local chancellors, those on the make would have congregated to slap backs and shake hands and that sort of thing. So that's the origin of the phrase. The church itself dates from between 1715 and around 1760.